I'm just about to watch a video about Squirmy and Grubs, also known as Shane. They have a lot of videos, but this is the one that makes a more impact on me. The video is about interabled relationships and how they can work. Dr. Phil said that you can't be alone any caregiver, but in reality, that is not true. In this video, I will explain how you can be a caregiver and a lover, and give examples from Shane and what value they bring into able relationship. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you like and subscribe.
We have thought a lot about whether or not to make this video.
Just a warning, if you are a big fan of Dr. Phil, or if you are Dr. Phil, do not watch this video.
You won't like it.
You won't enjoy it.
I'm not a big fan of Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is not a real doctor. He is just a TV host, nothing more. I do not like him. To me, it's trash TV. His opinion is the only opinion, is not a fact. So if you watch Dr. Phil, don't take him as a real doctor, because he is not.
A few weeks ago, we got an email. Hi, Hannah and Shane. I am a producer at Dr. Phil, and I was hoping to connect with the two of you for an upcoming episode we are filming next week. Please let me know if we can connect. And then she gives her phone number and says thank you.
We were so excited, so I responded right away. It was like 8 p.m. at night, and we got on the phone with her that night. And she told us about this episode that they had in mind.
So she told us that they were going to be featuring an interabled couple whose situation was in some ways similar to ours.
The boy had a disability, I believe it was a spinal cord injury, and his girlfriend of 3 years was also his caregiver.
And to the point, the difference between being a caregiver and being a lover. And I wanted the fact caregiving as someone who does one or more things to help an individual with a disability. Being a lover is being an intimate relationship with another person. So there are differences between love and caregiving.
She began to tell us about some issues that they were having, which were the reason that they were coming on the show. So the girl was dealing with caregiver burnout, having trouble taking care of him all the time, and he was dealing with mental health issues and sadness and guilt, and apparently was taking out his anger on her. So it was just a really toxic relationship from what that woman said to us, and she wanted us to give advice to them about how we make it work and how they can make it work.
She also told us that there was some abuse going on. The guy with the disability was apparently being physically and emotionally abusive towards his girlfriend. So it was just she said they were both completely out of hope and totally done with this relationship.
When we got off the phone, we were really excited still.
We're gonna be on TV! On Dr. Phil!
Yeah.
What?
We called our parents right away. We told them. They were a little bit more
And the minute we said
hesitant.
Dr. Phil, they were like, oh.
I think Dr. Phil is nothing more than just TV. They're looking for rain and drama. He does not help the way people with disability are portrayed on TV. This is why I do not like you. It makes people with disability look like evil. If we are not evil, we are people just trying to live our life the best we can without purpose. Everybody is different in every way. This is why I would not appear on the Dr. Phil show or any other cast TV.
Everyone had the same advice. It sounds like this couple is dealing with way more than just an interabled relationship.
Yeah, being abusive and like having those issues has nothing to do with having a disability.
There very well may have been some like severe mental health issues going on, things that we are not at all qualified to give advice on.
No.
We are in an interabled relationship and it works for us.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we don't have a whole lot to, share with them.
I'm not speaking with them as because I'm not, I've never really truly been in the able relationship. And I define able relationship as one person having a severe disability and then the other person being somewhat normal. But for me, I never really had another partner. I never had a girlfriend. I love to call it a girlfriend. I never had a girlfriend, so I'm not particularly expert, but what I do know is that every relationship is different, regardless if we have a disability or not. So this is why I believe that staying and having relationships is real. I've been watching staying and having for 50 years. I've never met a couple, but I do believe that their relationship is real and it does work. For whatever reason, it works for them. They are kind of like an inspiration for me to know that they are a couple and then you love each other.
And honestly, it felt to us, the more we thought about it, a little bit rude to go on the show as like the icon of what you guys should be able to have.
Right.
Like it felt weird that when a couple is struggling to bring on a couple that isn't and be like, well, they're fine. So
yeah.
It just didn't seem
well, how
to
they
connect.
are.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like the right move.
And then we also watched some other clips of the Dr. Phil show, and like we've never watched it before. But it became very clear that every guest that is on is exploited and sensationalized, and they take these very human, very real issues and they make them into drama for television. And when you're doing that with disability, we were afraid, like, what is the message going to be here?
Yeah, we didn't want to be affiliated with anything negative toward disability.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're so new to what we're doing. Our YouTube channel is fairly new. So we were still trying to figure out like what our message is and what our point is. And going on the Dr. Phil show didn't really seem to go with our message of like, we're a normal couple and interabled relationships are great and disability is normal. And so we didn't want to be like on a sensationalized stage.
Disabled people do not need any press or negative. We already have a lot of stress against us for being disabled and having people look at us like we're less than capable people when we're not. we need other help just like everybody else. If you look at companies, businesses, they hire people to help them to do the business. It's not a one person thing. It's literally a group of people helping to develop their business. The more help they have, the more the business is able to drive. Well, that's the way it is for disabled people. The more help they get, the more they are able to drive, gain caregivers to help us to live independently as possible. Whereas in the past history, we were always trying away and put in a group and away from society. That's not the mission. I want to get out. I want for people with disabilities to go on living their lives, meeting other people, and be a part of the community. So my mission is to be as independent as possible so that you can give back to the community and be a part of the community.
And we didn't know what kind of message Dr. Phil was going to be giving them. Because the whole point of the show is that he helps people solve their problems.
Yeah.
So was he going to tell them, break up? How was he going to advise them?
And how were we going to help?
And how were we going to play a part in that?
So even though we were initially really excited and it sounded like a great idea, we called her back the next day and told her that we weren't comfortable going on the show.
We said, if you want to give our contact info to the couple, we would love to talk to them, off camera and give them advice if they're able
if they want it
to help out with that. Yeah. And obviously they didn't want that.
No, we had to be on the show.
We had to be on for the drama. But yeah, we said no to Dr. Phil.
Yes. That was a few weeks ago, and honestly, we kind of forgot about it. We thought it was canceled, it never came out on, the day that she said it would.
Yeah.
So we just forgot about it. And then a couple days ago, we got a bunch of messages from people saying, what do you think about this episode?
Everyone was like, do you hear the ridiculous stuff that Dr. Phil is saying?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
So we went and we found the episode, and his message about disability and interracial relationships that he gave to this couple
and to everyone watching
was horrible.
We don't want to put clips from the episode in our video because we don't want it to be copyrighted. So we're just going to take you through how the episode went and a couple of the things that Dr. Phil said. These will be exact quotes, don't worry. And there are clips up on his YouTube. You really shouldn't watch them because don't give him the views.
Yeah.
But we'll tell you how it went.
The show opens with a series of shots of the couple together in their home doing day-to-day activities. And
fighting.
Both of them are fighting with each other, calling each other names. They're on the verge of tears. Just very immediately they don't get along.
And the girl was reenacting what she does when she's mad. So they were obviously prompting her to be what would you do if he did this? And she was like, well, I would just slam this door closed. It was very odd.
Sad music.
Yeah.
Very.
It was all black and white and hazy.
Heavy tone, and the overlay is her friend forced to give up her life.
Yeah.
To care for boyfriend 24/7. The basic idea was look how horrible it is to help take care of someone.
Yeah.
This is why I did not like Dr. Phil. It's all about drama. And I did not like drama. Being in the able relationship does not make you an expert on other relationships. In the relationship, it's working for you, and me not working for other people. lot of me like to the story where it be the disabled person having a problem with the disabled person overcoming the odds or the disabled person does something that is impossible. That's the way the media works, and that's one thing that I don't like about the media is that it doesn't portray disabled people as normal people.
As I was editing this episode, I realized that we forgot to mention something very important. Dr. Phil opens the episode by giving the results of a poll that he took. So he surveyed his studio audience about whether they would, was it on Tinder, swipe right?
Yeah, would you? Yeah.
It was about Tinder, but it was like, would you swipe right on someone in a wheelchair? So basically, like, would you, like, go on a date with someone in a wheelchair? And 58% of the audience said yes.
Which is fine.
Well, it should be 100 because a wheelchair doesn't say anything about the person themselves. But then he asked them, would you date a person in a wheelchair if you found out they needed care, like caregiving? And it dropped to like 25%.
It was real low.
Yeah, so he asked his audience those two questions to open the show. So if that doesn't tell you how much he was focused on the disability and how negative it is, like he polled his audience to be like, would you date someone who needs care?
And everyone was like, no.
No. So thanks to those 25% of people that had their minds open.
I do not believe in whatsoever. If you care about someone, you're going to help them, no matter what. And I'm sure that the film will not let his wife someday in the power of Phil if his wife was unable to make it to the bathroom or get out of bed to go to the bathroom. I'm sure that he would make every effort to help her to get out of bed, to make it to the bathroom, to do what needed to be done to use the bathroom. It's like going to sitting there, watching the other thing. And if you're watching a movie and you're eating popcorn or cake or drinking a Coke, you're like, oh, tell your partner, oh, I can't give you no popcorn or candy or Coke because I'm not a caregiver, I'm a lover. You're going to help them no matter what.
This couple did have problems, but they were blaming everything on his disability. Like, there was no talk of, like, maybe you're just not a very fun person to be around, or, like, maybe you two aren't compatible, like, you're great people separately. Like, there was no talk of, like, why wouldn't this relationship work, other than, well, he's disabled, so obviously it's not going to work.
And Dr. Phil, even when they brought them out on stage, Dr. Phil said right to the guy, he was like, obviously, you feel like a burden to everyone in your life.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil should not make people with disability feel like a burden. Things happen. And forget my language, but shit happens to everybody, regardless if you have a disability or not. If I always felt like I was a burden to my friend, to my caregiver, then I wouldn't want to live life as I do now. I wouldn't want to go to school, get a job, work money, because I would need help, and that looked like help. That would make me feel like a worry. But I don't feel like a burden. I feel like it's helping me to move on with my life. Jesus is the world as caregiver to other people. Even the ultimate form of caregiving is heal people with disability. We cannot do that. All we can do is helpful to them. Help other people to live as anything alive.
And here he is being like, we know that you're a burden. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. And then to the girlfriend, Dr. Phil was very sympathetic. He was like, well, of course this is hard for you. Like, you're not dealing with this well, like, health-wise or mentally-wise. Like, why would you be? How could you, at such a young age, and you're not prepared for this at all, be caring for someone 24/7? Like, are you a licensed nurse? Like, you don't have the training for this.
It's way above your pay grade. You're not skilled for that either.
All of this sort of stuff that was like very rude to the guy and very sympathetic to the girl, but also rude to her. Like, why would you think that you could do this?
Being a caregiver is not difficult. There is no special training that you need. Most of my caregivers only have 6 or training, so that if I ever choke on food or something, they need to give me CPR, then they can do that. But other than that, they don't get any special training or special experience. How difficult is it to make a hamburger? How difficult to make scrambled egg in the morning?
It's way above your pay grade. You're not skilled for that either.
Or put someone pants on, brush someone's hair, or open a Coke. Anybody can be a caregiver, and most people do end up being caregiver at some point. Whether it be caring for the mom, caring for the dad, caring for a child,
You're not skilled for that either.
or caring for grandma, uncle, whatever. You're going to need a caregiver at some point. So caring is about love, not about, I need a dog and I need money. Yeah, the money help, but most of my friends or caregiver or some of my friends, one are not caregiver, but they're friends, but they still caregiver for me. They may open a Coke for a story, or they may bring me a meal, and that is be a part of friendship, a part of like relationship.
Really, the entire gist of the episode came down to this one moment where Dr. Phil said something to the girlfriend that, well, here, we'll read it for you.
We turned the TV off at that
It
point.
made us stop watching.
You are going to need to make a choice for me, and you're going to need to make it today. You can be his caregiver, or you can be his lover, but you cannot be both.
You're going to need to make a choice for me, and you're going to need to make it today. You can be his caregiver, or you can be his lover. You can't be both.
And then later, he says 100 out of 100 times, being the caregiver and the lover does not work.
100 out of 100 times, this won't work.
So that was his argument for this couple, is that 100 out of 100 of the times, I guess ignoring the fact that they reached out to couple that it
did.
was working for.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
Dr. Phil knew that our relationship was good and wanted us to come and tell this couple. And when we declined, he went and pretended like he didn't know about us
yeah.
and told them that that's the problem. The problem is that you're trying to do both and you can't. It's not the problem that your relationship just isn't good for other reasons.
And I wonder more people don't think so with disability because a lot of society puts negative connotation on people with disability. I think they are a burden and you cannot be a loving and a caregiver. In reality, you can. You help an animal. You can help a bird. That's it. You caregiver. Everything that people with disability are not worthy of love. That's false. That's a false expectation of people with disability. Everybody is worthy of love at some point. Everybody should be happy at some point. So say, oh, don't think about love, don't think about self, don't think about intimacy. That thing happen because people are normal in this money. People want love, people want self, and people want intimacy. People want to get together. Even never in our human history to be single, to be separated from one another. We are social animals. We are meant to be together, not to be separated.
It is so damaging to push this message that people in relationships can't also do caregiving activities for each other.
She can be your lover or she can be your caretaker. She can't be both. Which would you prefer?
I'm not saying that every single interabled relationship is exactly like ours, where my significant other is the one doing all of my care.
But we've met hundreds of couples through our YouTube channel that are doing what we're doing. Some of them use caregivers part-time, some of them just do what we do and don't have any.
And they all have different levels of independence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is different, but relationships with someone with a disability where you are at least a part-time caregiver, it's really difficult to be in a relationship with someone who has a disability and not help them. I'm actually confused as to what Dr. Phil means when he's like, you only get to do girlfriend activities. He said this. He was like, you can watch movies, you can laugh together. So I'm like, if that boy wants a piece of popcorn, is she not allowed to put it in his mouth? I'm actually confused. It's almost impossible, and there's no reason that you can't help someone eat popcorn while you're watching a movie, and that would ruin your relationship. It just doesn't make any sense.
And the message that Dr. Phil is giving is that if you try to do caregiving and be in love, it will fail.
Well, that's what he stated as a fact.
100 out of 100. Just an odd way to phrase that.
Yeah,
100 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
So we're really disappointed with that message. We think that this couple definitely did have some issues going on, and there is solutions, like hiring help and things like that, or having other people come by to help out throughout the day.
On the show, they actually said that it's difficult for them to find caregivers because of where they live. There just aren't any, which makes sense.
That's everywhere.
Yeah, and it's also very expensive. But instead of advising them to break up, Dr. Phil could have been like, work on communication techniques. Dr. Phil said that the boyfriend was spitting on the girlfriend, out of anger. Those are issues that are separate from caregiving that can be worked through. Learn to express gratitude for when she does something for you. And for her, learn how to not guilt him about asking for help. All of these things are communication issues and not, caregiving issues specifically.
Yeah. And then maybe at the end of the day, they just aren't compatible
Yeah.
as people. Like, forget the wheelchair and the disability.
Yeah.
That's also a real
Yep.
possibility.
Yeah.
But Dr. Phil looked over all that and made it about caregiving and being in love being mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
And that is not true.
It's just fake. Yeah.
And
It's
we
just,
know hundreds and hundreds
yeah.
of people that are in very similar relationships as ours that will,
Back that up.
yeah. Go ahead and don't watch that episode.
Overall, we're really glad that we did not go on the show. We don't really want to be affiliated with that message, but also we're upset that that couple got such horrible advice.
And I'm speaking to the couple now. If you happen to see this, feel free to reach out. We would love to talk about, how we get through things, and yeah, we'd love to do what we can.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
This is one more very picking love that you can be disabled and have a partner. I hope one day to have a partner. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but it's all about hope. It's all about being open-minded and being willing to work with another and being able to communicate with another person. I meet a lot of people and I hope to be safe, and when I really appreciate their video and what they stand for. Because it helps people like me who are single. Hope that one day we can find that special person. I hope you have enjoyed my video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's been a wonderful topic to talk about. If you want to watch Dr. Phil, the Dr. Phil episode, you can find it on YouTube. He is not an expert in the field of disability or disability issues. He is a serious host, Dr. Phil. He is not a doctor. He is not an expert in disabled relationships. If you want to know more about disabled relationships, go out there and meet couples who are together, or you can find a disabled partner or any dating site. So hopefully you'll be open-minded enough to understand that people with disability are just like you.